Hello doctor and everyone, I'm Lee Yie Ling from Universiti Malaysia, Terengganu. Number matrix is S58398. In this video, I'm going to show how I'm going to complete my financial accounting and reporting individual assignment. We have been given this assignment case whereby Success Sdn Bhd that has been established 3 years ago is a family business that deals with consumer product located in an industrial area in Terengganu, Kuala Terengganu. Since Success Sdn Bhd is at its initial stage, it used Excel to prepare the financial record of the company. Excel is easy to handle as it could generate the financial report and statement, tabulate and compare financial data between different periods for business evaluation. And finally, using Excel, the company could easily list all its suppliers and customers and update them regularly. And since Success Sdn Bhd used Excel, therefore it used worksheet to prepare the statement of cash flow. Below is the incomplete worksheet and additional financial information for the year 2020 for the company. The additional financial information for the year 2020 for the company includes cash dividend of 10,000 were paid during the year. Land which originally cost 60,000 were sold for 52,000. Ordinary share were issued for cash, and lastly, net profit before taxation is 21,000. We have been given an incomplete statement of cash flow and we are required to fill in the columns for the reconciling items, either debiting or crediting the required accounts. And lastly, using the figures that have been identified under the reconciling item columns, we are required to prepare the statement of cash flow for Success Sdn Bhd for the year ended in 31 December 2021 by using the indirect method format in accordance to MFRS 107. To complete the statement of cash flow, first we have to fill in the column for the reconciling item by either debiting or crediting the required accounts. From the worksheet, we can see that all the accounts is from statement of financial position and we are given two balances. One is on 31 December 2020 and another balance is on 31 December 2021. If an asset increased in amount, then we will be debiting the account. However, if the asset account decreased, then we will be crediting the account. As for liabilities and equities account, we will credit the account if it's increased in amount and debiting the account if it's decreased. For the land account, the beginning balance is 60,000, however the ending balance is 0, which means that this asset account has decreased in amount, so we'll be crediting the account of 60,000. Next, the equipment account show an increasement of 9,000. Inventory also increased 20,000. An account receivable has changed from 40,000 to 53,000 with an increasement of 13,000. And lastly, the cash has increased the amount of 35,000. As for the liabilities and equities part, the share capital has increased from 170,000 to 180,000 with an increasement of 10,000. Next, the retained earnings also increased from 60,000 to 71,000 with an increasement of 11,000. However, for the bond payables, the bond payables has decreased from 25,000 to 10,000 with an decreasement of. And next, the accumulated depreciation for equipment has increased from 81,000 to 95,000 with an increasement of 14,000. And lastly, for the account payables, it has decreased from 15,000 to 12,000 with an decreasement of 3,000. And that's the end of part 1. Now we are going to part 2, where we have to prepare the statement of cash flow for Success Sdn Bhd for the year ended in 31 December 2021 using the indirect method format in accordance to MFRS 107 by using the figure that have been identified under the reconciling items column. The indirect method of statement of cash flow has separated into 3 main parts, where we have to calculate the cash flow for operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. Firstly, we have to key in the amount of profit or loss before taxation, which in this case we have to manually key in data from the instruction where we got the profit of 21,000. And next, we have to do some adjustment. I always like to start the adjustment by the additional financial information from the given instruction. First, it states that The cash dividend of 10,000 were paid during the year. As we know, the cash dividend is considered as financing activities. So under the cash flow from financing activities, payment of dividend is 10,000. The second information given is that the land which originally cost 60,000 was sold for 52,000, which means that we have a loss of 8,000 on selling the land. Since we are doing adjustment on reconciling item, the loss of land that is under the operating activities have to be added back. And lastly, the information given is that the ordinary share were issued for cash, and to get the amount we can see from the statement that we prepared before under the share capital account. That we have an increment of 10,000. After that, we have to do adjustment for the reconciling item. First one is land account. Under the investing activity, as is stated before, the sales of land had generated cash inflow of 52,000. And during the purchase of equipment, we have a cash outflow of 9,000. Next, on the increment of inventory and account receivable that is under operating activities, we have to deduct the amount of 20,000 and 13,000. And for the information, retained earning doesn't include in the statement of cash flow. We do not require to key in any amount for retained earnings. Next item include is payment of 15,000 for bond payable that is under financing activities. And last but not least, we have to add on the increment of depreciation expense. Since it is an expense, we will include in the cash flow from operating activities. As for the decreasement on account payable that is also under operating activities, we have to put in the amount of 3,000. And last, we have to total up everything. Net cash generated from operating activity is negative 14,000, and we have to add on to the profit before taxation. And we get a total of 7,000. Net cash generated from investing activity is 43,000, and we have to use the total that we get from the profit before taxation minus the net cash generated from operating activities, which is 7,000, and add on to the net cash generated for investing activities. and we get the total of 50,000. To get the net cash used for financing activities, we have to sum up all the items that is in cash flow from financing activities. And we get a total of negative 15,000. Next, we have to use the 50,000 that we get earlier to add on to the net cash used for financing activities. And we get a total of cash flow of 35,000. The beginning cash balance on December 31, 2020 is 30,000. And last, the ending cash balance on December 31, 2021 is we get a total of 65,000. And that's the end of this assignment. Thank you.